Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents and Conversations Live. Glad you all could be with us. For our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad you all could be with us. Also, join us via the podcast at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. Glad you all could join us as well. As you guys know, the fires that have been on the West Coast have impacted lives for so many. But there are individuals that are stepping up to make a difference. And we have two of those individuals today. When I say the name Tionne, T-Boz Watkins, of course, you know her from TLC, but also her daughter, Chase Anela, is joining us as well. Both of them share not only a love of fashion, but also giving back. They're going to talk to us about what they're doing this Sunday to be able to make a difference and how you all can be a part of it. T-Boz, Chase, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Of
Thank you
course.
for having
Hi.
us.
Look, the pleasure is definitely all mine. T-Boz, I want to start with you again. An honor to have you on the program with us. You know, we know you, of course, because of what you've done in music, but also in fashion. What has it been like for you to share your love of fashion with the world and also with your daughter?
It was amazing because, we always set out to be trendsetters within the group.
Mhm.
And I'm probably the one with the shopaholic problem out of the group. The other two wasn't as bad as me. But somehow genetically it entered my daughter by nature.
Yeah.
So even as young as 2 years old, Chase would always pick like the most expensive thing on the shelf, no matter what it is. It could be the toy, the doll. I'm like, Chase, why this one? So she's always had an eye for fashion. And it's funny because when she was two, she learned her colors by matching her clothes. That's how she learned her
Wow.
colors. So it was hilarious. But she's into fashion. That just came naturally, I think.
Yeah. And Chase, for you, when I was prepping for this segment, I was noticing, of course, you have a large presence on Instagram, but even doing tutorials and sharing your love of, of fashion and makeup. What has that been like for you to be able to take that love of fashion that you've had for so long and now to share it with all of us?
It's been a great experience. Like my mom said, it's always been a huge part of my life and something I've always been really passionate about. So I'm so excited about this new journey and really just ecstatic and just appreciative that I even have the opportunity to do this.
Hmm. So, T-Boz, I want to ask you because it's a great connection to what's happening this Sunday. You started Chase's Closet. Could you have imagined when it started that it would have the impact that it had and the influence it would have for those who want to be a part of it?
Man, no, I had no idea. Especially when I started my store, it was more word of mouth.
Mhm.
Because we didn't have these platforms that we do now, like Instagram and stuff. So for me to have um a store that was really based off of my daughter's closet.
Mhm.
So that's why I named it that. And it was really like the clothes that my daughter wore. I had a lot of high-end clients, and also it was the number one boutique in Texas, children's boutique in Texas for the 4 years running. So it was very successful. And so now to see my daughter kick off and hers is starting off successful. She has this pop shop coming up, but everybody's buying everything. And I'm like, oh my God, wait, we have the party. Because it's online too. And I'm like, girl, we got to
Yeah.
get some more stuff, because she's selling like no tomorrow. And I'm like,
Right.
it ain't got nothing to do with me because we always say like like Chase is her own person. She's been adamant about that. Like I am not T-Boz and Mac 10's daughter. I am Chase. So I'm like, yes, Chase, you are Chase, and they're buying it because it's Chase with her fly. Her fly product. It's not. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I love watching it.
Yeah. So Chase, let's talk about your journey as an entrepreneur. As I mentioned, when I was prepping for this, I was watching some of your videos. I mean, did you feel like that entrepreneurial nature just came naturally for you?
Yeah, I just think that, well, to start, I always knew I wanted to be my own boss. Like
Yeah.
school was never my thing. I hated school growing up. I always knew that I wanted to be something that did not apply to that. So, and as far as like college, not saying it's a bad thing to go to college. However, for me personally, both my parents were like, look, figure out what you want to do because we're not even going to bother. Like, what do you want to do? So at the time, it was like makeup. I knew it was always going to be something like makeup or fashion related
Yeah.
for me. So they sent me to a school for that.
Mhm.
And so I'm just grateful and happy that I had the opportunity and parents that believe in me and support me and, were like understanding and I wasn't forced to do anything I didn't want to do.
Right. Right. So then T-Boss was talking about the success you're already having. I mean, what has that been like for you to see the success? And of course, that's going to lead us into what you're doing this Sunday. But what has that been like for you to see the support that you're getting?
I'm a proud mom. I mean, you always want to see your child win. And you never know how your child's going to turn out. You can just do your best as a parent because there's no rule book to parenting.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's always been a good girl. And just to watch her grow into, like, I call her my little hustler, but to be an entrepreneur and be successful at it,
Mhm.
I'm ecstatic, and it's a blessing, you know, because I I I'm just happy to see her happy, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
and to love what she's doing. And just like she said, I'm not the parent to waste money to, like, oh, you're going to college to look a certain way or to say you're going to be something, because a lot of people go to college and don't end up applying to what they went to school for, like to a job or a career. So why would
Right.
I waste that money? And I know she's not going to do that. If you like makeup, go do makeup. She's our makeup artist and she does other people's makeup. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's a job, it's a real job. Because I know some people, like, when I wanted to be an artist, that's not a job, or you want to be a dancer, that's not a job. It's a job. Because one of her teachers asked her one time, you know, they told her basically being a makeup artist, she was like, what do you want to be? Chase said a makeup artist. She was like, well, you know, that's not a job. Boo boo, it's a job. And she's making more money than you are, boo boo. So what are you talking about? Like, don't do that to her. Don't crush no one's dream. I
Right.
hate when people do that.
Yeah. So true. And again, it's also showing other people what's possible as well. So Chase, I'm very excited about this. I saw you posting about it on Instagram. Talk to us about the pop-up that's happening this weekend and what you hope it's able to do in helping those that have been devastated by the fires.
Yeah, so at the pop-up, people can expect obviously me there. But we have clothes, a lot of like vintage early 2000s, some 90s clothes for sale. So you can expect shopping,
Mhm.
drinks, food, music, a good time. And then 15% of all the money will be donated to the fire department as well. So as I'm sure a lot of you know, it's been a really interesting time in LA right now. A lot has happened. A lot of people have lost a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm super grateful and happy that I have the platform to give back in any way that I can and try to make light of this very like negative situation.
So true. What has that been like for you to see, Chase, the way that people are coming together and trying to see how they can be able to help in whatever way they can?
Um, I'm happy and grateful. Like this whole thing has been way it's exceeded my expectations for sure. Like this
Yeah.
entire thing, I'm so happy and grateful that so many people are supporting to just try to give back. Like I'm so blessed and lucky that I can do this and have the opportunity to do this, and I'm just overall really happy that I could do it.
Love it. And I love the fact that our audience can be a part of it. So, Chase, if you don't mind, let our audience know how they can be able to get the details about this Sunday and how they can be a part of it.
Yeah, so I posted the flyer on my business website at Shop Anela Vintage. You can find my Instagram and my regular Instagram at Chase Rolison in the bio.
Okay.
And I've been posting on my stories, everything like that. So it has the address, location, you know, the time,
Mhm.
everything like that. And I will on our stories we just stay updated about all the info regarding the pop up.
Love that. And we'll make sure that we link up for you guys as well. Chase T-Boz, thank you so much for the great work you're doing, the impact you're making, but also spend some time with us today. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents and Conversations Live. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Thank you.